Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Gyan Bhakti. We focus exclusively on spirituality, Vedanta, and Sanatana Dharma. If you have not already done so, please consider subscribing for regular updates. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman, our worshipful enlightened Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, all sages and saints, and to the divinity in each of you. We are currently exploring the scripture Mysticism of Mahabharata. Commentaries by our Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. We were discussing Kunti in our last episode and how she got the boons. As a young girl, Kunti had served a powerful sage named Durvasa. She carried out her duties so well that the sage told her to request any boon of her choice and it would be granted. She said, "May I be able to invoke any god and through him produce a child." Durvasa granted that boon by giving Kunti a special mantra. Immediately, without giving the matter much thought, she tried to prove the power of the mantra and invoked the sun god. The sun god appeared before her and brought about the birth of Karna in a mysterious and hidden way. Wishing to keep the newborn baby a secret, Kunti put the infant in a basket and let it float downstream. Then, according to the divine plan, Karna was picked up by a chariot driver and his wife, who brought up the child as if he was their own. So he was known as Sutaputra because they were of the lower caste, the parents. Karna himself did not know his origin as son of the sun god until later in life. Although from childhood he had a natural armor covering his body, which gave him a unique effulgence. As Karna grew up, he had an intense interest in learning martial arts, particularly archery. He applied to Dronacharya's academy in Hastinapur for instruction, but was rejected because the position of his father as a chariot driver placed him in a caste that was inferior to princes such as the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Unrelenting in his hunger to learn archery, Karna then decided to approach sage Parshuram for instruction. Sage Parshuram was an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, whose sole purpose was to rid the earth of the demoniac Kshatriyas, warriors. Being endowed with immense valor, he had destroyed many Kshatriyas time and time again and had developed great pride in his heroism. However, in the course of pursuing this mission, Parshurama met Lord Rama, another incarnation of Lord Vishnu, whose mission was more spiritual than physical. Lord Rama influenced Parshuram in such a way that he overcame his pride and consequently went to a remote place in the Himalayas in order to practice austerity. There he imparted the secrets of celestial weapons to those who were deserving Brahmins. However, because of his original mission, Parshurama regarded most Kshatriyas as undeserving of such knowledge. It was at this hermitage in the Himalayas that Karna approached sage Parshuram for instruction. However, there was a great problem. Karna knew that sage Parshuram had an intense hatred towards Kshatriyas, but knowing that the sage was the only one who could teach him the necessary knowledge to excel, Karna disguised himself as a Brahman and approached the sage with deep humility. He introduced himself as a Brahman youth belonging to the Brahman family, and the sage accepted Karna as his disciple. Living in the ashram, Karna served the sage in various ways. Parshuram was so pleased with Karna that he taught him the various secrets of the science of archery and finally taught him the use of one of the greatest weapons, the infallible Brahmastra, the weapon presided by Lord Brahma. It was at this time in his ashram life that Karna found himself seated on the ground one summer afternoon with Parshurama resting upon his lap. Unaware that a little worm would soon expose his hidden Kshatriya identity and arouse the wrath of his guru. So what happened that day? We will study in tomorrow's satsang. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.